Hello student, in our last video we started the classification of the sensor, and in that we have been seen four different criteria on which the sensor is the sensors are the classified. So first is the based on the requirement of the power supply. That means the sensors which require power supply, some sensors require the power supply or some sensor does not require any power supply for their operation. Depending on, there are two types, that is the active sensor and passive sensors, and on that and we also discuss some examples of both type now in this, and also we have started the second type of the classification is based on the principle of operation, and in that there are four types again, that is the resistive sensor, capacitive sensors, inductive sensors, ultrasonic sensors. Now we see four types in a brief, not in a details but in a brief. So let's start with that. First is the resistive sensor. Resistive sensor is an electromechanical device that converts a mechanical change such as a displacement into an electrical signal that can be monitored after conditioning. That means if we consider the resistive sensor is the electromechanical device. That means it converts the mechanical changes into the electrical signal. So it is also known as the electromechanical device. And the resistive sensors, these are the sensor which converts a mechanical change such as a displacement. Mechanical change means we can vary with the help of any external parameters, that means with the help of force or anything. So these are the mechanical change such as a displacement, and this displacement is converted into the electrical signal. This is known as the resistive sensor. For example, we consider the example of potentiometer. In a potentiometer, we vary the knob on that particular rod that is in the rheostat instrument, and with the help of changing the distance or we change the position of the particular knob which is present in the rheostat. So there is a change in the resistance. That means we change mechanical variables such as the displacement. That means we vary this particular knob, so we are able to change the resistance, or there is a change in the resistance, and we know that the resistance is nothing but the electrical signal, that is either voltage or in terms of current. So this is the resistive sensors which converts the mechanical change into the electrical signal. This type of sensor is commonly used in instrumentation. Generally this type of sensor, the resistive sensors which are generally used in instrumentation for the construction of the different electronic circuits. The example of the resistive sensor are the potentiometer, strain gauges, and the thermistor. Suppose already we discussed, that is the potentiometer. Potentiometer is the device in that there is a change in the resistance. If we change the distance or if we slide the particular knob which are present on the potentiometer, so there is a change in the resistance. Strain gauges is also same, which is used, that is there is also displacement, there is a change in displacement, so we will get the change in the resistance. Thermistor, in the thermistor is the temperature sensor. In the thermistor, the physical quantity or the mechanical change is the temperature, and so that we are able to change the resistance. That means we will get the change in the resistance due to change in the temperature. So this is the resistive sensors. So the thermistor are shown in the figures. There are different types of thermistor. Generally there are two types of the thermistor, that is the PTC and NTC, but under that there are again different types of the thermistor, and which are shown in the figure. These are the all colorful thermistor are the different types of the thermistor. So these all are the resistive sensors. So this is the resistive sensors. Second is the capacitive sensor. Capacitive sensor are the non-contact devices That means a capacitive sensors are non-contact devices that can be detect the presence or absence of virtually any object regardless of the material. That means if we want to detect the absence or presence of the particular object regardless the material, that means the if we want to detect the object, but doesn't matter this object is made up of which material. So this can be done with the help of capacitive sensors, and these sensors are the non-contact sensor. That means they cannot touch to that object, so the which object we want to measure. So this is the capacitive sensors, and the capacitive sensor which is shown in the figure, that means it has one terminal which is used for the connection, but in that one terminal means the single wire, in that maybe other terminals are also there. So this is a capacitive sensor which are used to detect the absence or presence of the object in a particular place. So next is the inductive sensor. An inductive sensor is an electronic sensor which detects a metallic object without touching them. That means inductive sensor which are based on the electromagnetic induction phenomena. That means we know that the metals generally are the conductors, so in that there is a lot of free charges, so there is a generation of the electric field. So changing electric field, we know that the changing electric field produces magnetic field according to the Faraday laws. So this is all happens in the metal. So generally these inductive sensors are used to detect the metallic object without touching them. We know that the in a magnetic material there is a generation of the magnetic field, so there is also magnetic flux, so there is a linkage of the magnetic flux. We also know about that we also known about the self inductance and the mutual inductance. So this is all about the inductive sensors which are based on the electromagnetic induction principle. So it is also used to detect the object which are far away from us. So it can be used for the measurement of, it can be also used for to detect the such as a gun or all other devices which are made up from the metal. So with the help of that we can able to detect. And the inductive sensor which is shown in the figure, so it is also used in different electronic circuits to detect the metallic object or the instrument which are specially constructed for detection of the metallic object. In that this sensor is used. Next is the ultrasonic sensor. An ultrasonic sensor is an electronic device that measures the distance of a target object by emitting ultrasonic sound waves and convert the reflected sound into electrical signal. We know that the ultrasonic waves, which used the ultrasonic waves for the detection of the object, and these ultrasonic waves are emitted, or the ultrasonic sound waves, we know that the longitudinal waves, sound is nothing but the longitudinal waves. So ultrasonic waves, which is also called as the ultrasonic waves. So the ultrasonic sensor which emits ultrasonic sound, suppose we have to detect this particular object. So we are here and the object is far away from us, but we want to detect that object. So we have this sensor, that is the ultrasonic sensor. With the help of ultrasonic sensor we can easily detect that object. That means from that sensor, in the ultrasonic sensor there are generally two parts, that is the receiver and the transmitter. Transmitter transmit the ultrasonic sound, and the ultrasonic sound is nothing but the waves which get emitted, and after that there is if there is a object, then there is a reflection from that object, and again that reflected waves converted into electrical signal with the help of receiver. This reflected wave is collected with the help of receiver and again converted into the electrical signal. So in this way we are able to judge, or we are able to detect the is there is any object or not. So this is the ultrasonic sensor. The ultrasonic, which is shown in the figure, it has two parts, that is the transmitter and the receiver and other connection for the electronic circuit. This is very important sensor, generally used in this principle is the same as that of the sonar technology. Suppose we want to detect particular object which is present in the sea, so this is very important for that. This is all four types of the sensor which are based on the principle of the working principle, that means the operation of that particular sensor, and there are four types, that is the resistive sensor, capacitive sensor, inductive sensor and the ultrasonic sensors. Now next is the based on the output signal. Next criteria is the based on the output signal, that is the either signal is a digital or the analog, that means the discrete or the continuous. So there are based on that there are two types. First is the analog sensor and second one is the digital sensor. Let's see first analog sensor. Analog sensor produce continuous signals that are proportional to the sensed parameters. That means the sensor which has output signal as a continuous signal, that means there is a continuity in the output signal, there is no discrete, such as a sine wave, and these signals are known as, these sensors are known as the analog sensors, and that are proportional to the sensed parameter, that means the input variable. Sensed parameters means the input which have been given to that particular sensor. The example of the analog sensor is the analog tachometer, strain gauges and thermistor. With all these sensor which have the continuous output signal, that is the analog output signal. So these all are the example of the analog sensors. So in figure there is a analog sensor which is the analog tachometer, which is used for the measurement. So there is a dial, so it is a analog tachometer, or it has a output signal as a continuous signal. Now second is the digital sensor. The digital sensor produce digital outputs that can be directly interfaced with the digital controller. The example of the digital sensor is the digital tachometer. We know that there are different types of the sensors or different types of the devices. Some are the analogs and some are the digital. This is the digital tachometer, and before we seen the analog tachometer, in that there is a display, that is a digital display. So digital sensor produces digital output, that is in a discrete manner. So suppose a particular device, if we consider the temperature sensor, in that we want to measure the digital temperature sensor particularly, that is suppose we consider the digital mercury thermometer. In that we want to measure the temperature. Suppose we want to measure the temperature with a difference of 5 degree, that is the, suppose we take first reading is the 5 degree, second is the 10 degree Celsius, next one is the 15 degree Celsius, but this digital sensor is not able to measure the values in between 5 degree Celsius and the 10 degree Celsius. That means it takes only discrete values, that is the 5 degree Celsius, 10 degree Celsius, 15 degree Celsius. This is the digital sensor, and which can be directly interfaced with the digital controller. Some devices are, or some sensors are directly interfaced with the digital controller. So this is the digital sensor which has output signal in a discrete manner, that means it does not give the continuous output signal. So depending on the output signal, there are two types of the sensor, that is the digital and the analog sensor. Now next criteria of the classification of the sensor is based on the quantity being measured. We know that the sensors are used to measure the different physical quantities. So depending on that, there are different types or the huge types of the sensors. So first is the temperature sensor. Temperature sensors are used to measure the physical quantity, which is the temperature. Second one is the pressure sensor. The pressure sensor which is used to measure the pressure, that is strain gauges, Bourbon tubes, all are the example of the pressure sensor. Third one is the force sensor or the torque sensor. Force in the linear motion and torque is the rotational motion. So these all are the force and the torque sensor which are used to measure the pressure, which are used to measure the force or torque. Next type is the speed sensor. The speed sensors are used to measure the speeds. Suppose we have to measure the speed of vehicle which are going away from us. So suppose we have the speed sensor, then we are able to measure the speed of that vehicle. So next is the light sensor. The light sensor is used to measure the light intensity. So light is nothing but the physical quantity, so this sensor is used for that. So this is the one type of the sensor which are based on the quantity being measured. Next is the humidity sensor. Humidity sensor, we know that the humidity measurement is also very important. For the humidity measurement there are different types of the sensor, and the humidity is the physical quantity. So next type is the humidity sensor. Next type is the mechanical sensor. Mechanical sensors are generally used for measurement of the mechanical quantities such as position, displacement and all those quantities. So next type is the electrical sensor. The electrical sensor is directly sense, that means there is a directly electrical circuit or electrical equipment, so that they are used as a sensing element. Next is the radiant sensor. Radiant sensor are generally used for the measurement of the temperature, but the temperature of the object the objects are present far away from us. Suppose we want to measure the temperature of the sun and the sun is far away from us, so for that the radiant sensors are used. Generally pyrometer and all other sensors comes under the radiant sensor. Next is the chemical sensor. Chemical sensors are generally used in a chemical laboratories for the measurement of the concentration of the chemical and rate of the reaction and all other the energy emitted from that reaction. For all that quantities we have used the chemical sensor. Next is the magnetic sensor. Magnetic sensor is generally used in a magnetism. That is the magnetic sensor is used to measure the change in a magnetic field or change in the magnetic flux. So if we want to measure what is the change in the magnetic field in a particular device or in a particular for the particular instrument, so in that instrument we used the magnetic sensor. So these all are the different types of the sensor which are based on the quantity being measured. That means the sensor is used to measurement of different quantities. So this is all about the sensors which are based on the quantity being measured. Now in our next video we will see one by one, not in a detail but also in a brief, because we are not going in detail, that is for the working principle, construction and all those, but we have to know all the types of the sensor. So we will see in a brief in our next video. So continue with that in our next video.